All of life is a matter of perspective. Listen to this story. A strange story that intensely terrifies your mind. It was recounted years ago by one of the university professors to his student. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe me. It's up to you to believe this story or not, but in my opinion, if you don't accept it, think about it carefully. The professor explained that he had gone to India with the university sports team to participate in competition held in the city of Delhi. One day, they were strolling around the city with their friends. When they reached a street, they saw a man sitting in a corner, shouting, "Give me $1 and I'll change your future." I mocked, saying, "See how he tricks people." The old man, as if he had read my mind, said to his friends, "Tell him if you don't believe, there's no need to pay, but he must accept the consequence of the deed." I agreed. The old man gave me a plant to eat. I consumed the plant. Minutes passed and nothing happened. Feeling victorious, I turned to the old man and asked, "What happened?" The old man replied, "Go, you'll understand for yourself." We left with my friends, completely forgotten about the incident. The competition ended, and for some reasons, I decided not to return to my country. I stayed in India and started looking for a job right here. I got a job at a wood cutting company. We had to go to the villages around to procure the woods. One of those days during these travels, I met a girl in a village. I fell in love with her, married her, and decided to settle down in that village. Years passed, and after several years, I became a parent. As the years went by, our children grew up, got married, and our grandchildren were born. I had grown old. About 30 years had passed since I came to India. One night, I was sleeping on the rooftop. It was a common practice for the villagers to sleep on the rooftops at night. At night, as I lay stretched out on the rooftop, sleep overcame me. In a sleep, I rolled off the rooftop and my head hit the ground with force, and I died. What do you think happened next? I opened my eyes and found myself in a street. People were standing around me, seemingly familiar, but I couldn't remember them. The street was crowded, and I felt like someone who had just awakened from a deep sleep and was still confused. An old man was in front of me, his face very familiar. The people around me were vigorously shaking me and calling my name, slapping my face. I gradually came to my sense, my awareness returning to normal. I realized I was the same street where 30 years ago the old man had given me a plant to eat, claiming it would change my life. My friends were beside me, not old, while I remained young. They asked me, "What happened? You ate the plant and stared at us for 30 seconds. Then suddenly something went wrong." I had been in a 30-year sleep, only now realizing what had happened. It seemed the old man had administered some sort of drug to me, plunging me into a state of illusion. Of course, the illusion that had lasted for me for 30 years. I had lived for 30 years, and each year consists of 365 days, with every day spanning 24 hours. In this illusionary life, I was working, married, and that too to someone who might not have existed at all. I had become the parent for children who were just illusion. These days, I would sleep for a few hours and dream within a dream. And all of this 30 years long illusion of mine in the real world had only taken 30 seconds. The moment I gained full awareness, I had become insane, consumed by the anger that had taken over my entire being. I wanted to strangle the old man for the calamity he had brought upon me. My friends separated me, and the old man insisted it was my own choice. I had warned you. Believing or not believing in this story depends on you. But if you believe in its story like me, have you ever questioned whether our current lives might also be a kind of illusion? How do we know if we are truly awake and living? This is the very thought and concept that Matrix responds to. The Matrix answer is that you are in a dream, and you are currently experiencing an illusion and fantasy. Your real body is elsewhere. The Matrix is essentially our mind, in which we are imprisoned. Being awake in the Matrix means seeing the true reality, the world of vibrations and frequencies. Is a human a machine? Humans aren't born to be machines, but they live and die like machines. Humans have the potential to become gods. Yet, why doesn't this happen? Because humans are hypnotized by society, by government, by organized religions, and by vested interests. Society needs slaves. A person can only be a slave when denied the opportunity to grow for ultimate flourishing. Hence, the entire process of socialization and civilization is nothing but a deep hypnotism. From the very moment of birth, a person becomes hypnotized. They are hypnotized to believe that society exists for their well-being and benefit, which is entirely wrong. Humans live like mortal beings because they reside in a body, and this body will be died. Society doesn't allow you to know more than your body. It only cares about your body. Only your body can be exploited, and your soul is considered dangerous. A human with a soul is always perceived as a threat. Because a human with a human soul is free and cannot be enslaved. A person with an eternal soul has a deeper commitment to the world of existence and to themselves. They do not live life dogmatically like a Christian, Hindu, or a Muslim. And if you start striving to reach your own soul, you become very dangerous to society because your interests shift from external to internal orientation. You start moving inward, but society is on the outside. Society wants you to be externally oriented, interested in money, power, social status, while your energy always focuses outward. If you start moving inward, it means you've opted out. You're no longer part of that game. You don't belong to it. You've begun delving deeper into your own being, and the source of eternity is right there. Now, do you think the story of your life is real? No. It's an illusion and a dream. The foundation of our existence is built upon our internal dialogues. The world is created in such a way only for us to think and speak to ourselves about existence in one way or another. When you learn to stop the inner dialogue, the door to the real world opens up for you, and this world has an extraordinary breeze and energy. What a human experiences in the moment of death is the release of Kundalini. Kundalini is a power that, after lying dormant for a lifetime, suddenly becomes apparent to a person in a state of awakening. I will put the link of Kundalini video above. Be sure to watch it. Osho says, take the risk, sit at the gambling table of life. What do you have to lose? We come empty-handed and we leave empty-handed. There is nothing to lose. We only have a little time for reconsideration. Time is short. Every moment of life is precious. Living in the ordinary state is not enough. We must celebrate life. Those who truly live are the ones for whom every moment of their life is filled with celebration. Perform every task with a spirit of festivity and joy, as if happiness is flowing from your entire being. In this way, you gradually synchronize with the perpetual celebration that is always unfolding in existence and become a part of it. The crucial matter is just this, harmonizing with the world of existence. In this way, you discover the key to the secrets of the universe. If you always maintain this joyful spirit, existence celebrates and rejoices through you. In this way, not only does the celebration and joy continue during wakefulness, but also during sleep, and this is the ultimate purpose of human life. Share your thoughts on the story I described in the comments. Thank you for being with me. Take care of your moments.